no doubt at all that prices are high as hell right now. Democrats would like you to believe that it's all the fault of the Trump administration and the tariffs. Well, tariffs do raise prices some. That is to be expected. But as I'm about to show you, a lot of the blame for the continued high prices today can be traced back to Biden-era COVID-19 business practices that made sense 5 years ago, but are still in practice today, and today are only serving to keep prices artificially high and are quite frankly just plain dishonest. When COVID shut down the country in 2020, those brick and mortar businesses that weren't forced to close down their doors forever were forced to survive by adopting a business model that relied less on people coming into their places of business and more on shorter hours, delivery drivers, and online shopping. Inside the stores, seems like what you're looking at now became more common as supply chain issues kept products off the shelves. All of these things work together to raise prices. The problem is, these images are not from 2020. They're from 2025. These business practices are still going on, and what you're seeing here are images from the two biggest offenders right here in my hometown of Gadsden, Alabama, Walmart and Petco. And what's worse is that they're not being honest about it. It's been 5 years and the lockdown is long over. Yet if you walk into either store, you are led to believe not much has changed. Neither store has returned to their pre-COVID hours, and if you walk through their stores, you are deceptively led to believe that the supply chain issues are still in place. Over at Walmart, that means walking through the stores and not only seeing those empty shelves, but seeing items that were there sometimes and then will disappear for a while before coming back again. And over at Petco, that still means half-empty aquariums and animal enclosures, missing products that were once for sale there, and some items will be for sale there that will have an item that goes with it that's sold separately that is not available. Now this drives up prices in two ways. Either indirectly by forcing the consumer to go to their website and therefore having to pay shipping and handling and delivery fees, or directly by artificially driving up demand by making the product less available. But that's not where the deception ends. It gets worse. I obviously don't want to give anybody the impression that this is the only source of inflation in the country, or that Walmart and Petco are the only two companies even right here in my hometown that are doing it. Obviously, that's not the case. However, Walmart recently made national news by raising their prices even further and blaming it on tariffs, and I caught both Walmart and Petco compounding the issue by lying about it. Now, in case you don't remember, I put up a short on Monday where I talked all about how I caught Walmart in their lie. In case you don't remember it, here it is again. I want to tell a little story to all the people out there who think Walmart raising prices is really about the tariffs. Back in December, I bought my mother as a Christmas gift a self-heating coffee mug for $25. That mug got some water in the electronics and shorted it out, so today I went to buy her a replacement. I paid $40. For those of you who are not math geniuses, that's a 60% price increase. Currently, the tariffs that the United States charges China on their imported goods is 30%. So no, the price increase is not about tariffs, it's about spite, and Walmart should be freaking ashamed of themselves. As for Petco, I caught them in a lie when corporate and the local stores started finger pointing at each other, blaming each other for the lack of filter media for the Aqua Clear 110 aquarium filter. even though they sell the filter itself in the local store. Here's a screenshot of the conversation I had with corporate on X about it, in which they are clearly blaming the local store for not ordering any and telling them they need to as soon as possible. Now, when I went over to to the local store rather, a couple of days later, and they still didn't have it, they told me that they could only order what corporate allows them to order. Now, somebody's lying. I don't know who. But I think it's pretty easy to infer that what's really going on here is that they are just trying to drive people to their website instead of shopping in the local store so they can increase their profit margin. Well, that's about it for this video. If you found it entertaining and useful, don't forget to leave me a like and maybe share the video and give me a subscribe to the channel. Alright guys, until next time, peace.